Hello and welcome people to Koudelka episode 4. And now I'm gonna muzzle my way to the next loading screen and to those doors.
Episode
And
4. Huh.
yeah, so this is episode 4.
I thought it was episode Jupiter. Huh.
Now that's different counting system. Sorry, Stan.
Aww.
Yeah, you can see a pile of corpses here. And a gigantic hole in the thing.
And
And a
torches.
random encounter. That's a kitty lady. I
Kitty
choose to
lady.
Yes, I choose to call them kitty ladies because, well, I mean, look at it. They are actually pretty damn powerful for this part of the game. Actually, by the end of this encounter, Edward is going to die, as
Oh gosh.
it does a third of his HP instantly.
Jeez, look at that. He's down. Poor Edward.
Yeah, he's that's one thing. The enemies are random. Well, they will only appear in certain enemies will only appear in a certain area. But the thing is, they will appear rather. They're not consistent with. You'll find enemies that are super weak to you and enemies that are far beyond your abilities. Like earlier, I also met that one knight that I just wasn't able to beat.
Right.
And here you also see that she gets closer and closer, and I cannot really do much about it.
So she's a Tonberry.
You can also knock her back, but I just don't have the luck in this fight, and this is a very unfavorable position because she can simply get to any of the casters now and simply murderize them.
Well, at least you knocked her back once.
Yes, and she knocks me back immediately to death.
Oh, Edward, no.
And now, the most bullshit mechanic in this entire game. Now, I don't yet have the revival spell, but I do have the Roman nuts. You cannot get past the monster.
What?
Because, and I cannot run away. Because once the monster gets past the corpse of your furthest person, you cannot revive them.
That sucks.
Yes, but sadly, but thankfully, he takes care of it. Though Edward ain't getting no experience from that, sadly.
Poor Edward.
But to be honest, I would be more sad if James died because he's the one who joined your party the lastest. So that is what happened to me on my first run. He would be really gimped throughout basically the entire game because I just got really unlucky with him. And here I already know the code because I played through this section at the beginning, just to make sure everything works. But I'm not gonna show what's in it until I actually get the code in game.
Guard's diary.
Because it's not so much of a spoiler as much as it just ruins a certain thing, and now it's a cutscene.
My goodness. This building is full of dead bodies and skeletons.
It's full of ghosts and spirits. Ah, I can feel them. Oh, my head hurts.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Horrible. Dear Lord, Please save these lost souls.
This must have happened a long time ago. Oh, and the power is so strong. If I can channel some of these spirits, maybe I can find out what happened here.
Channel the spirit?
Shame on you. You two should be praying for their
The
souls.
spirits floating in this room. I can let them possess my body so they can talk. The reason I came here is I heard the cry of one particular female voice. She
I
was...
will not stand for this. Not only do you not believe in God, but now you're going to disturb the spirits?
Shut up! Would you stop bothering me? Chains and darkness. Death. Oh no. There were so many of them. This is hell.
What? What's going on?
They were imprisoned and tortured and thousands of them.
Kill them! They cut off my fingers. They crushed my legs. They smashed my head and cut out my guts. They took everything from me. They locked me up and shot my body.
My eyes! My ears! They're burned! Help! Help! How horrible. This place used to be a prison. For hundreds of years, kept in secret. Whoever went against the authorities or misconducted themselves in any way were locked up here and killed.
No! Don't touch me! You piss off! Go to hell!
That was quite an interesting cutscene, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
And here we're gonna have a boss fight coming up, and why did I not... Alright. Sadly, there isn't really much we can find here. There is old-fashioned dress. It looks like it would have been popular 30 years ago.
Huh.
And you see a closet. Do you want to open it? Do you want to progress?
Okay. Do you
There's
want
a
to
mummy
continue with the game? Yes or
Dressed
no?
in a... yeah. Suddenly open eyes and attacks.
Because of course. Of course it does.
Yeah, there ain't too much to this boss fight. The worst thing she does is what basically every annoying enemy does, and she silences your casters. So what you just want to do is buff your Edward and just kill her. Because 79 damage ain't getting us nowhere.
Yeah.
One thing I think I didn't mention yet, what's kind of annoying about the magic system, or rather that about the menu in the magic system, is that it keeps the last selected thing by the last character who used magic. So for example, Koudelka used strength up, so the default position for James is going to be strength up, which can be kind of it would have been helpful if leveling up magic wouldn't take so long, such a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
Because then, for example, if enemy was weak to fire, I could effectively fight them with 2 people who knew a high-level fire spell. But as it stands, you really only get to level up your attacking magic with 1 person efficiently. And here my knife broke.
Well,
But
damn.
my knife level increased. So now
Good, that'll come in handy.
I think I have another knife.
If only you had a knife gun.
If only. But what the level up with the weapon means is that now, whenever I attack with a knife, I have a chance to get 2 strikes instead of just 1. A chance. It's not gonna happen always, but it's still worth it. And you can't really utilize any sort of strategy when it comes to leveling up your weapons, because again, everything is random.
Right.
Even their break rate isn't very consistent. It isn't like oh, I found this thing, it will last me this exact amount of hits. I found this thing, this will last me this exact amount of things. So if I take this knife and this knife, I'll surely reach the level up by that point. They do have a let's say 40 to 50 hits, something like that, yeah, something along those lines. It's nowhere certain, and you can never know at which point it's going to break, because you don't have that sort of information. What is kind of funny though, you do get the option to rename your weapons.
Cool.
It would have been cool if if they didn't break.
Yeah.
The main idea behind it is, as you've seen, I had 2 knives. One of the knives was, and both of them were called normal knife. However, they both had slightly different stats, and one of them had poison effect on it. I guess the main idea behind it was that you would discover the effect that the knife had, and then call it poison knife, or knife with paralysis, or knife that does water damage, or something like that, something along the lines.
Or
However,
stabbular. Yes. That's
Yes.
what I would call a knife.
Yeah, earlier when fighting enemies that use magic, it's actually better to it's actually better to decrease their it's actually better to decrease their intelligence, make them more stupider, as opposed to increase your allies' pie, because you only have so much pie to give to so many people. It's just easier to make one person more stupid than everyone else more resistant.
Remember, kids, don't make yourself smarter, just make everyone else dumber.
Exactly. No, don't give pie to your friends. Make one person stupid.
There you go.
That's the moral of the day.
Apparently. By the way, is it just me, or is this boss easier than most of the normal enemies?
It's easier than the goddamn kitty lady.
Yeah, there's that, for sure. Just, I don't know. It's one of those games, isn't it?
Also, whenever you're fighting a single boss, it's always easier to decrease their agility than increase agility of all of your other people.
Right. Like that.
Yeah, although I'm gonna be trying to not use agility down with James as much as with Edward. Although with Edward I'm gonna have to give him a little bit more pie so he can use like 3 or 4 of those eventually. Or even more, but I'll probably just give him an accessory that gives him a little bit of pie. Because, you know, level up points. Wait. Can't
What?
do shit.
Whoops. Smack. Is it dead?
Not yet.
How tough is this mummy in a wedding dress? That must be one nice dress.
Must be one powerful dress. It is like 300 plus to defense. 60 points to sexiness.
So remember, ladies, don't go for the expensive dress, go for the practical one.
Yes,
Making you impervious to bullets and swords.
Practical wedding. It doesn't get in the way too much. There is only one flap on lying on the floor.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will get right on to buying that specific one.
Yes, this specific model.
That's all torn up and everything and dirty.
Well, I mean, it does look like it was popular like 30 years ago, and what was popular will eventually be popular again.
So, okay, so I guess... So, lesson learned. Women in the 80s wore wedding dresses like this one. Good to know.
And here I'm just using a heal just for the fuck of it. And that bites me in the ass because she actually attacks him.
Whoops.
Now she just looks like she's pissed.
These damn kids. Die already. Thank you.
Listen to you. What a nice lady she is.
What a nice man she was.
What a nice man in a wedding dress she was.
Edward's happy.
Dexterity goes first. Mostly because a lot of weapons will just give you a lot of strength, but not too much dexterity.
And
And I get a ring.
you stole
very
her
good
wedding
ring.
ring. You asshole.
It's a good ring. I'm gonna give it to Koudelka.
She's not engaged. What the hell, man?
Not yet. And now I move the tippy toe and get into another encounter.
Good. Fantastic. Just what you want right after a boss.
Now those blown up corpses on legs. What is this even?
Walking torso.
A blown walking torso.
Oh my.
Yes, that's the power of the rape here.
Apparently, yeah.
In any
Geyser.
case, those are pretty important because they drop ranks. Similar to those that, well, not exact, but the ranks will give you magical stats. So it's good to stay in this area and until you get 2 more ranks, just to put them on James and Koudelka, because yeah, why not? You don't really need to worry about getting a rank for him.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. Although having said that, that you don't actually need to get him a rank, you should still consider. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to give him a rank actually. All things considered, just so he has a little bit more defense. And actually, here I was trying to put him back in order to protect against that bloody attack. However, then later I learned that it doesn't seem to be affected by distance. Like
Good.
there, it just looked like it was it would attack something right in front of you, but essentially, basically all of the magics just can attack anything on the field.
Sheesh.
You know, it also works the same way for you.
Well, yeah. Fair play.
Yeah, like here, it's going to attack James, but because he had a lot of pie, he won't get any of. He will take none of that.
Pie.
Yeah.
This is where you need a gun.
No, this is where I kill it.
Oh. You could have killed it earlier if you'd shot it.
Not really. The gun is really not. The gun I have right now is really not powerful.
Gotta love those level ups.
Mm-hmm. I'm investing into pie because I just don't have enough magic to go about. And we get a rang.
Good.
Good. And now I put the rang on Koudelka.
Why does she need 2?
Because she is a lovely lady.
I guess. I don't know about the lovely part, but yeah.
Well, didn't she have like the most beautiful angel voice in that one cutscene?
Yeah, she felt the love of the gods.
The love that crushes.
Like a mace.
Exactly. And here we part ways. Bye bye.